that looks at some of the main stories making the headlines in the world of sports with me, Fatou Jasseh.
And Famara Fofana.
Coming in tonight's edition, Sports Tonight reviews Week 12 of the GFA First Division League as the top tier of Gambian football enters the decisive second round.
We'll bring you some of the actions, reactions, results, fixtures and the standings.
3 Gambian athletes set to take part in the Manchester and Leeds marathons in the United Kingdom.
Away from home, Manchester United reigned supreme again in English football as they won their 20th Premier League title. Welcome to Sports Tonight. The second round of the GFA First Division League started on Saturday with Steve Biko and Real de Banjul sharing the points in a goalless draw in the top of the table class. The result left Steve Biko still on top of the 12-team league table, 4 points clear of Real de Banjul in second place. There were also vital wins for Armed Forces and Hawks football clubs. Sports Tonight's MS Jallo now brings us up to date with events in the Gambia's Premier Football in this round-up.
When the top 2 teams in the GFA First Division League met on Saturday at the Sarekunais Mini Stadium, many of the fans expected it to be a cracker. And that was exactly what happened when league leader Steve Biko locked horns with second-placed Real de Banjul in the top of the table class. 4 points separated Biko from Real coming into this game. A win for Steve Biko would have seen the Bakau-based club open up a massive 7 points gap on top, ahead of the Capital Club, but the 2 sides could only share the points in a goalless draw. The Giant Killers came into the game with 2 things in mind. First, to ensure that they maintain their 4 points lead by stopping the City Boys from scoring, and then try to score if the chance comes their way. A game plan they stuck with, and which worked well for them.
So tactically what we did is, we don't have to force the game because, they are in more pressure than us and they need the game, we all need the game. But we need to have patience, create chances and take them. What I told my boys is we shouldn't concede a goal. And at the end of the game, if we don't concede a goal, we come up with a point. And any chance that we have, we try to score first.
With both Real and Biko boasting of 2 good tacticians in Coach Alaji Sarr and Abdoulaye Bojan respectively, the game was played at a very high tempo with a strong tactical-minded approach. But despite the fast pace of the game, neither sides were able to create many chances. The best chance of the first half fell to Real's Babukal Traore. A brilliant shot from the edge of the box was met with an equally brilliant acrobatic save by the Steve Biko shotstopper, who tipped the ball over the bar for a corner. Moments later, the Real playmaker, who was pulling the strings in midfield for the champions, had another effort on goal, this time from a free kick, but his shot was straight into the hands of Musa Toure. The 2 sides went into the break deadlock, leaving both tacticians with work to do during the halftime team talk in the dressing room. The second period was fairly at the same ball game, with much of the play concentrated in the middle of the pitch, and both teams keeping it tight at the back, resulting in few chances being created. The 2 sides brought on first legs, but even that did little to change the outcome of the game. The final score, Steve Biko 0, Real de Banjul 0, a result which has little bearing on the top of the table standings. Steve Biko remains on top with 23 points from 12 games, 4 points ahead of Real in second place with 19 points. This was the reactions of both coaches after the game.
Definitely not very much disappointed because the boys played very well. We have a very young team, the expectations are high though, but they are not that much mature, but they were able to contain them, and towards the end of the game, we reinforced the team and we were able to have some chances that we could have capitalized. But it's football, we have to take it in good faith and prepare for our next game.
It was a fantastic game. Both teams played very well. Technically, tactically, they are very good, the 2 teams. And they are leading in the league by 4 points, and our approach today was to win this game so that we can close the gap by 1 point. But unfortunately, the game ended draw. Still, the 4 points is there, and we will just go back and then prepare for our next game.
Elsewhere on Saturday, there were also vital wins for Armed Forces and Hawks football clubs in match day 12 of the GFA First Division League. Armed Forces defeated Gamtel comfortably by 2 goals to 0 at the Boxbar Mini Stadium in Brikama. Sandong's Hawks jumped out of the relegation zone momentarily with a thrilling 3-2 win over Seaview at the KG5 Mini Stadium in Banjul. On Sunday, Bakau United came from a goal down to secure a 2-1 win over relegation-threatened Young Africans at the KG5 Mini Stadium in Banjul. Elsewhere, Brikama United were held to a goalless draw by Interior at the Boxbar Mini Stadium, whilst the Gambia Ports Authority and Sam were settled down for a goalless draw. After 12 games played, these are the standings in the GFA League table. Steve Biko on top with 23 points. Steve Biko on top with 23 points, followed in second place by Real de Banjul with 19 points. Brikama United have 18 points in third place and Gamtel in fourth with 16 points. At the bottom of the table, you have Hawks with 12 points. Below Hawks are Seville with 11 points and Young Africans are rock bottom with 10 points. Momodes Jallo, Sports Tonight.
Well, despite opening up a 4-point gap at the top of the league table, the Steve Biko coach believes the chase for the title is far from over.
You are sitting pretty on top with 4 points. This is the beginning of the second round. Are you surprised that come this far in the league you will be at this position?
Actually, every year we wanted to be the champions, but with the team we have, we weren't expecting that. But due to the performance of the boy, you know that, they are well committed, and the executive also is helping us, motivating the players. They are determined to play and play good football. I know that we'll play good football, but at this point in time, to be at the top of the table, I just find myself there and have confidence that we can do even better towards the end of the second round.
What is the pressure like being at the top of the league table, especially having some very, very young players in your team?
It's not easy because to be at the top, it's easy to be on the top, but to maintain is the most difficult thing. But the most important thing, what I told my boys, is let's try to keep on winning. If you have consistency in anything that we're doing, then we'll be able to maintain it. And the teams that are behind us, we shouldn't let them win us, because if they win us, they'll get close to us. At the end of the day, the most important, there are certain things that teams that we try to collect maximum point. If we are able to do that, then we'll be able to achieve something. But the league is far from over. What is important is concentrate on the games that we have and have consistency in whatever we're doing in terms of performance and getting the maximum points.
What about your next game?
Yeah, we have to keep on preparing. That is a derby game. You know, derbies are never easy. You have to keep on work hard and try to achieve maximum points, because that is the most important thing. And there are certain points that we target. If we are able to have certain number of points, I believe we'll be able to have something. But at this point in time, we want to concentrate on the matches that we have. Our next opponent is CV. We want to prepare better and try to collect maximum points so that we can either maintain the gap or increase it, depending on the outcome of the opponent, the team at the Real de Banjul.
Still in GFA League, the coach of Real de Banjul has complained about the lack of a break between the end of the first round and the start of the second round of the league. Alaji Sarr made the comments after his side's goalless draw with Steve Biko. The GFA League went straight into the second round of fixtures without a break.
Disappointed that you could not close the gap today?
Well, somehow I can say I'm disappointed, but if you look at today's game, still we are struggling without strikers. Since the absence of Motunjai and Buba Jallo, we're still struggling, and this has affected us even during the Champions League. We have 3 new players that we have registered, but these players are new players. They've just trained with us 2 or 3 days. One is the Nigerian, that the players that I brought in the second half, but they need to train more with the team before they can catch up.
Who are the other 2 that you signed?
We will have Bubakar Toure, and then we have Buba Conte, Nigerian boy who is Sion from Nigeria. These are the 3 of them. We were expecting 2 from Senegal, but still we couldn't see them yet. Maybe before the window closed they will come.
What should you expect from Real de Banjul during the second round, now that the second round started today?
Well, we were expecting to have a break, maybe 2 weeks as it normally do. But they just said they want to play stretch, they don't want to stop the league. So it will be a little bit difficult for teams to prepare. We were expecting if we have a break, then we can try to see how best we can bring up the players, motivate them, do all these things. But unfortunately, we are playing the league without a break. Then we will go back and then prepare more in training, try to motivate them, to bring them back in the game, and then try to defend the title.